threw a shot at Connor.
My side girl got a 5S with the screen cracked. Still hit me back right away. Better not never hesitate. Don't come around.
Yo. What's good? It's your boy Cardinal Cal, man. Hit the subscribe button if y'all first time here, man. We do this every day. Leave a like and let me know down in the comment section below when y'all do. Look, bro, this is urgent news, man. The NBA just got a lot more interesting, bro. Look, your boy Chris Paul, he gone. He out of the LA, man. He said, I ain't having no more of this Lob City. My boy went over to Houston, man. He gonna team up with James Harden, bro. They gonna see if they can put something together. But I don't know how it's gonna work out because my boy D'Antoni, he just put James Harden at the point guard this year, and they seen what they could do. Now they just brought in a traditional point guard, so I'm guessing that it's gonna, I don't know how it's gonna work. Let's get right into the video, though. This is the first tape, basically breaking the news about it. So let's see.
A reaction to Chris Paul agreeing to a sign-in trade to the Rockets.
A signing trade.
Well, it's huge. It weakens the Rockets bench, obviously, but you're getting an elite player. Chris Paul is an elite NBA player worth more than the max.
Patrick Beverly, Decker. Oh shit, they ain't got nobody.
He's one of them. And the winner of any NBA deal ever, and I know this is not a regular trade because it's a sign-in trade, but they
really needed Patrick Beverly.
That gets the best player, and Chris Paul is by so far the best player that the Rockets have just improved. Now, do they threaten the Warriors? Let's put it this way. No one threatens
that nigga was like, did that make a big deal on the Warriors? He's mad.
The Warriors will win the West again, barring, catastrophic injury or weakening through free agency. But I said, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, that the one team with a puncher's chance is Houston. Because Daryl Morey thinks outside the box, he's a creative thinker.
I'm gonna stop him right there. Look, bro, Houston is the only one that's not, like, you can tell when they play Golden State, they're not scared to, like, still play their game. They don't try to play. They don't try to play within Golden State game, man. They always stick with their game plan, and they still gonna be jacking them trade balls up, bro.
Because D'Antoni's system gives you a puncher's chance with all those threes they're taking. He doubled down on what he did in Phoenix and said, let's take this all the way to its logical conclusion. It's like a fighter who gets in, guys, and he's being outboxed, and instead of the corner saying, just keep fighting behind your jab, when you're like, it's not going to matter. Floyd's going to box the hell. What are you talking about? Instead,
he just threw a shot at Connor.
Oh,
shit. Throwing shade.
It's probably going to hasten your demise. Going for broke probably means you lose even worse, but at least it also gives you a chance to win. And Daryl Morey on a podcast in the middle of last year, I'm forgetting whose it was already, I apologize, said, look, no one's going to beat the Warriors, but we have like a 1 in 10 chance, whatever it was, of doing that in 4 games.
These niggas giving up.
We're going to throw up a lot of threes. And maybe if we get hot, we can do it. So they already have that going for them, and they just added another elite piece. The question is, with 2 guys who like to dribble the ball so much, can D'Antoni get them, both Chris Paul and James Harden, to give up the ball and to get balls tattooed? And if they can, they are the only team with a puncher's chance to beat the Warriors.
There are 3.
I'm sure they'll figure it out.
I try to make sense of this from. First of all,
this ain't getting on my nerves.
It makes sense. Clearly, what they thought is they're about to
lose.
His
voice annoys me.
So no matter what they got in return is a net plus. It's something they weren't going to have should he walk 4 or 5 days from now in free agency. So getting Pat Beverly, Sam Decker, Lou Williams, and a 2018 first rounder, which would probably be low, it's the Houston Rockets. You just have to applaud it. How much better a deal could you have gotten? Now, from Houston's angle, I have concerns, Max. I hear what you're saying.
I'm over here like, shut up.
When you can accumulate a guy like Chris Paul, I mean, you have to say yes. But I have real fit concerns. That last sentence of the entire thing you said, I think carries a lot of weight. 2 guys that dribble the ball. The Rockets unlocked something last year. Number 1, they unlocked James Harden, and number 2, they unlocked their team. Harden went from 7 assists a season to 11 assists a season. And the team went from 41 wins to, 55 wins for the Rockets this past year. It's clearly made their team sing. Now, here's my last question, though. Clippers angle, Rockets angle. Why does Chris Paul do this?
For real, though.
I'll just give you one bit of a note here. Chris Paul has opted into the final year of his contract, so he's under contract with the Rockets for just 1 year.
Oh, okay, that's why he did it.
Here's my question. Why doesn't Chris Paul wait 4 or 5 days? If he waits 4 or 5 days, he gets to pick his destination, does he not? If he waits 4 or 5 days, I mean, to agree to this, to agree to this one, what does it say again, Cassidy? He's going to do what?
He's opted into for the final year of his contract. So the contract he had with the Clippers is basically he's only under contract 1 year.
This nigga still trying to help the Clippers out.
1 year from the Clippers than he would as a free agent with the Spurs or the Rockets. So he gets more on a 1-year deal. But still, I think he took away a lot of freedom from his potential choices. He can go anywhere he wants.
But I don't know if anybody was going to come and get him.
Well, the Spurs reportedly were very interested.
Right, but they reportedly, I was told by Jerry Krause that I was going to be a Bull player like 3 times. And then Brad Sellers was in that spot. So you cannot believe what they're going to say because they're throwing it up in the air too. You know that you got a team, you're going to Houston that just lost to the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. So you know you got a chance of getting further in the playoffs with that team, with that mentality. Plus,
kind of last name this nigga got.
And you get all the way to the finals again. If you get in the finals, you're
that's
great.
the dude
then
on Twitter.
Everybody wants you. Everybody can see that you're worth your value in gold.
Can they compete with the Warriors?
Yeah, I think they can. I think the Warriors are going to be beat up this summer. A lot of guys are going to start feeling themselves and go in different places. So you got to watch it.
Nah, I don't think so. They all in the gym still.
San Antonio would be the right place for Chris Paul because if anyone could get him, to me, Chris Paul is like a perfect point guard, and yet in this day and age, there are, even though he's perfect, there's somehow guys who are better. They shoot a little better from farther away.
You say even though he's better, somebody's still better than him.
They don't dribble as much. They don't monopolize the ball as much.
Perfect,
but I always thought if you put Chris Paul and everything he could do, and you gave him to Popovich, oh my God!
Yeah,
right?
that is scary, bro.
You'd see the as good as that guy can be. Do you think D'Antoni can do the same sort of thing with Chris Paul that he did with Harden, and can those two coexist in the backcourt playing in a D'Antoni system?
Yes, I do. I do think they can play in the same system. We got 2 bigs. You can have 2 guards. And to have a great guard backcourt, it would be a wonderful thing. They did the same thing with Golden State. Sometimes Clay would bring the ball up. The other times you would have Steph bring the ball up. The difference is whoever can get the ball up fast enough, get to the rim. If you can't get to the rim, kick it to a person who can shoot. That's the offense. It's a lot of run and gun, and I think it's.
I guess whoever wants the ball at the moment can get it, but who gonna take that last shot?
Now the Rockets couldn't sign him as a free agent because they couldn't fit him under the cap. So that is why they traded for him.
Oh shit. Rockets started some bullshit, y'all. Look, man, they started some new, I don't know what's going on in the NBA, bro. They trying to be slick. My boy Chris Paul doing some crazy stuff, man. I don't even know, man. He trying to get that money, and he trying to stay up under that, I don't know. He said, I want to go to a good team for my last year. I might can win something. I ain't gonna be doing that with Doc ass. And he can't work on that damn voice. Hey man, leave a like right now for boy Chris Paul, man. Listen, man, the boy trying to get to 100K subs by December 31st, man. Keep your boy out. Carter Cali.